This video is meant for adult audiences only. It is not meant for children. It is meant for adult fans of toys, as well as vintage memorabilia. Hey y'all! As I had promised in my previous 99-cent fashion pack video, today we're going to take a look at a few outfits, and I'm going to try and restyle them, upcycle them, make them a bit more fashionable looking, to show you that even when you just paid 99 cents for doll fashions, there's still a lot of merit to them. And with a bit of imagination and craftiness, you can go a long way to make them look more glam and expensive looking. I've decided to take a look at these three dresses. First is the Parisian chic dress. This one is going to be more of an alternative grunge girl look. And with this one, I'm going to show you a bit of a Y2K throwback. Now, as an added bonus to this video, we're going to be taking a look at a doll that I bought over eBay and who is in used condition. This one is going to be the very first Mycene doll that I ever bought. And we'll be taking a look at who is going to be awaiting us inside of this cardboard box. Now, to make this Parisian chic look come together, we'll need a red beret, a handkerchief neck scarf, a new pair of shoes, maybe a pair of earrings. I'm going to sew a beret out of this piece of felt. Now, while looking for felt, I went to a craft supply store, but they did not have any in stock. So after searching high and low, I eventually found this red wine bottle present bag in the clearance section of a store selling off their Christmas stock. You'll need to draw on the shape of a circle that has a diameter of 2.5 inches or 6 centimeters wide. Now you have to be very precise to have the shape of the beret be as round as possible. So now you have to lay the pieces flat on top of each other. But before you start sewing them together, you have to be cutting a hole in the shape of a circle inside one of the pieces. I'm going to be doing this by folding the piece of felt in half and then cutting alongside this part to make an opening for the head of your doll. Now, while sewing with needle and thread, I'm going to be hand sewing the beret because I don't trust in my own skills when it comes to machine sewing a circle. Now bear with me, I'm not the best at hand sewing stuff. So this is going to end up looking a bit crunchy. But the important part is to sew a back stitch so that the two pieces will be held together tightly. So now that we're finished sewing both pieces together, we can turn the good side out. Now take a bit of your leftover felt, cut out a rectangle. Now you can sew this piece on top of your beret. Now for the neck scarf, take a piece of ribbon and cut a bit off. You can fold the ribbon in half, wrap this ribbon around her neck and tie a knot in the front. It needs to be a bit loose and not too tight to look like a scarf and not like a choker. You can now cut the ribbon to give it that handkerchief and bandana look. To put the beret on the doll's head, wrap an elastic around her head to be able to tie her hair back. Now that the hair is out of her face, you can put the beret on top of her head and secure it with a needle or a pin. So I can now present you the full Parisian chic French vanilla fantasy. I gave her a pair of pearl earrings to round off this look. I would have loved to have given her a pair of ballerina flats, but I don't have those, so I opted for a pair of strappy black pumps instead. Adding the accessories gives the look a bit of needed oomph. Now let's take a look at the next look. I've decided to put this dress on a rainbow high doll, as the cut of the dress is more of a baby doll dress. It's quite short, so it fits a rainbow high doll very well. I've decided to put this on Cheryl Meyer, as she's the queen of yellow plaid. The thing is with this dress, this belt serves no purpose at all, so there's no reason to keep it, and we can simply cut it off. I thought it would be cute to give Cheryl a beanie. I'm going to show you a way to easily sew one yourself. And just take a sock and turn it inside out. Now place the sock on Cheryl's head, put a few pins inside of this part, and then you can sew along the curve. Now that we've sewn our fabric beanie, we can think about other accessories to give to Cheryl to finish off this look. I'll be giving her Crystal Bailey's black fishnet tights. She's going to be wearing Daria Rosaland's combat boots. As we have cut off the belt from the dress, we can now replace it with Cheryl's very own belt. To finish it off, I'm going to give her this black fur coat. You can find a tutorial and instruction on how to sew a fur coat like this in my Daphne Minton makeover video. So here we have our grungy alternative girl. But there's just one thing missing that I'm going to give her that is going to round off this look. Remember the belt that we've cut off? I'm going to flip it around and turn this into a choker for her. So here we have the finished look. I hope you can see that with a few fabric pieces that you've sewn yourself, like this fur coat or this beanie, you can automatically upgrade any types of fashions. Don't be afraid to play around with the fashions and try new things. There's always a possibility for the end result to look very cute. Now for the Y2K throwback. Let's take a closer look at the Mycene doll that I bought and restore her. I found this doll on eBay while looking for listings of Bratz dolls actually. Someone had listed her as a Bratz doll, even though she's a Mycene doll. She was wearing an outfit that was not hers, so I suppose the seller was selling off their children's toys maybe. So as you can see, she's obviously wearing a Barbie princess dress, I suppose. As I'm very much new to Mycene collecting, I have absolutely no idea who this is or which Mycene line she belongs to. She was obviously played with. As you can see, she has pink marker all over her face. And her hair is in a pretty rough state. I'm also not sure if these earrings belong to her. I assume this is a Mycene Kennedy doll, or maybe it could be a Barbie doll. It's definitely one of the later Mycene lines, because the screening that she has is different to the screening of the original Mycene dolls. So let's get some dishwashing detergent and take care of her. Now let's put in some conditioner in her hair to detangle it. You can see the Sharpie marks on her face. I tried removing them with OxyClean, as well as some rubbing alcohol There was not a lot that you can do with it. Now gently brush out the tangles with a fine-tooth comb by starting with the ends and holding the hair in place. If you'd like to, you could finish it off with a boy wash, but I personally think that this is good enough. Plus, I don't want it to be jet straight. I still like it to have a bit of wave as well as grip to it and a bit of volume. So I've now taken care of her hair and I'm a bit obsessed. While doing so, I noticed though that there was a bit of her hair chopped here as well as here on her top of her head, in addition to having a bit of her eyebrow been scraped away. Or that said, I would love to spread a bit of awareness, take a chance and buy dolls secondhand, especially dolls like my scene that weren't produced in mass quantities and are getting increasingly rarer and harder to find. My scene's 20th anniversary is coming up and Mattel has been pretty silent about it, so it's obvious that this doll line is going to be lost in time. And before that happens, take care of the secondhand and used dolls, even if they look like they were played with them quite a bit. Give them a new home, restore them a bit, and you're going to be having a lot of fun with them. And 20 to 30 years down the line, you're going to be happy to have given them a chance, even if they were not in the most pristine condition. So for this Y2K throwback, which is going to be pretty era appropriate for a Mycene doll, we're going to go for a classic red carpet dress over a pair of denim jeans look with a chunky belt. I'll be giving her this pair of jeans that came with the Avery Styles fashion studio, as well as these pair of pumps. I'm going to use this fur shawl that came with the movie style Barbie that I did an unboxing of. I'm also going to take this bracelet and turn it into a chunky belt for her. I now present you the finished look. I've switched out the silver bracelet with a rose colored one with pearls, because the silver one was pretty monochromatic and it got swallowed up in the dress. I also gave her this leather hat that I got from my Integrity Toys Jade doll. Now, while being far from my favorite look, I think it's very authentic, because let's be honest, some of the fashion trends from the 2000s were quite abysmal, and this dress over a pair of denim jeans look has always been one of the low points of 2000s fashions. Now let me know which one of these looks is your favorite. I hope I was able to give you a couple of ideas to show you how to be able to restyle a doll with fashions that are pretty basic looking. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment down below, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. I upload a video every week and I might catch you in the next one. Bye for now.